Today we are gonna take the most token tourist picture in New Zealand.
We are going to the Nelson Lakes National Park. This morning we are driving from Marahau near the Abel Tasman National Park and making our way towards the Nelson Lakes National Park, and the drive along the way is stunning.
We don't usually show you guys much about the drive that we do, but obviously traveling around New Zealand for 365 days, seeking 365 activities takes a lot of driving. We don't complain though, because the drives in New Zealand are stunning. Laura is constantly on the cameras taking pictures and the view are delivering. This is usually early morning that we do our drive, so we arrive on time for activities and have the best weather and also the best light to take some pictures. This drive takes us through the beginning of the Southern Alps and some stunning pine forests, until we finally arrive to our main stop today, which is going to be Lake Rotoiti.
Lake Rotoiti is a super picturesque place that is so easy to access, so it's an absolute must that you take some photos here. Because it is August and the low season in New Zealand, it is super quiet for us to have a look at some of the wildlife here, including these beautiful black swans.
But what I like the most about the jetty here in Lake Rotoiti is what lies beneath it. There is a huge amount of tuna, which is Maori for eels, lying beneath it and basically just waiting for tourists to feed them. They have learned in the past years that tourists are always coming here and love to play with wildlife, so they don't really bother hunting anymore. They just stay behind the jetty and wait for tourists to bait them. By putting the camera just under the surface of the water, we can actually see how many of those eels there is. And it's crazy the amount of them, and they're all kind of a massive snake, big ball, kind of going on top of each other and basically fighting for any piece of food that will drip in the water.
But now it's time for us to take that token tourist photo at the end of the jetty. It's so popular that everybody wants to have one. But how can you blame them when the views look like this? So after looking at the black swans for a while, you know, there's a few ducks here as well, but we do spot a pretty flamboyant looking duck. We do not know what the hell this is.
I personally dub it the sexiest duck on the lake. I feel like this is just taking being a duck to the next level. This is fabulous if I've ever seen a fabulous duck in my life. Laura is taking about 1 million pictures of this bird, being absolutely amazed by the fashion statement made by this duck. But as with most spots in New Zealand, there is always a little bit more to explore than the obvious one, so we are on our way.
Because the sun is going down, we don't really have time to start one of the hikes going from this area, but we do take the time to have a look just around the tree lines, along the edge of the lake as well, until we stumble upon another Lake Rotoiti Jetty. If in summer the other jetty is full of people taking photos, then we have found the perfect alternative. It has the same awesome views, it's a quieter, more hidden jetty, so here you go. Let's take some photos here as well. While we're here, we can also hear the bird calls coming from the surrounding beech forest. There's loads of walks going into this forest, even 15-minute nature walks, but as the sun is going down, we figured we'll hit the road and check out our accommodation.
Tonight we are staying in the little township of St Arnaud, which is nestled in the middle of the Nelson Lakes. It's such a really remote place that most of the things are closed most of the time, to be honest. So as we arrive, the lodge is closed and we have a little map to find our accommodation and rest tonight. Get yourself to the Nelson Lake, forget about the sandfly and take that token picture. So if you come right now, for the next 20 colors, I'll give you not one, but 2 perfect token pictures on the jetty in Lake Rotoiti. Come on, pick up that phone. That's the one chance in your life you will get to get such an amazing deal. And you know what? I also give you a short walk, because if you arrive there and you have a little bit of time, you take your 1 token picture, you take your 2nd token picture that come free of charge, just pay for shipping and handling, and I throw in a 15 minutes nature walk that will blow your mind.